So my name is Omar Khateeb. I'm your session leader. I'm the founder of Khateeb Co. We're a growth and marketing agency. I'm also the host of the #1 show in MedTech, the State of MedTech. I'm probably popped up in your feed. If you subscribe and give us 5 stars, thank you. I'm grateful for it. If not, shame on you. Please be sure to do it. I won't hold it against you. We're also very proud to say that we're now a partner with LSI. So all our great content, we're going to now start putting a lot of market intel and data thanks to the LSI platform. So the show's going to get even better. So what do? My firm and I, we help MedTech startups essentially attract investors, turn early adopters into digital opinion leaders, and engineer your category to dominate using AI-powered content and network effects on social media. So I want to show you a few slides, again, not to be sad, but why is traditional MedTech failing? Well, if you look at this slide, thanks to John Norris out of HSBC, the main thing you want to see here is on the left-hand side, we went from $44 billion in venture healthcare dollars to $57 billion in 2024. That's great. Well, unfortunately, if you look at the number of deals, investors aren't investing in more deals. And so it's harder and harder to invest as a venture capitalist and also for a founder to raise money. If you look at this slide, these are all the exits in venture capital in the US. If you can't tell, from $711 billion down to $88 billion, not a lot. So it's getting harder for VCs to raise money, so they're becoming even more specific about where they throw their money. On another completely different world, medical sales rep access. So when you hire a sales rep to go talk to a physician, back in 2008, 80% of them were able to get access to physicians. It's down to 44% in 2016. Fast forward 10 years, that number might be like 10%. So why am I showing that? It's the same side of the it's just two sides of the same problem. Essentially, the old way of selling, fundraising, marketing, it's no longer effective. And so we really need a new solution. You need a different and new playbook for market domination. So how do we engineer market dominance? I'm going to show you guys 3 slides. We're going to put them together. This is a foundation of how we like to think at Khateeb Co. The first, we all seen this Moore's technology adoption curve. Early market has a different psychology than the later market. So people who show up early to adopt your product, they're very, very different than the mainstream, okay? Anytime you come up with a new product, Gartner put together this hype cycle to show that every new technology gets a spike in attention before it's gone. And then lastly, when you have a new market, there's an evolution that happens where this green line is your market. Let's say it's some completely brand new market and you have no market at all. As it starts growing, there's always a spike in the number of vendors, that red dotted line. But by the time you get to the very right side, where you're in this domination phase where you have a multi-billion-dollar market, there's very few competitors, very few vendors. That's why when I say electric car, everybody thinks of Tesla. If I say, get me an energy shot, we all think of 5-hour energy drink. So when you combine all these 3 things together, you end up with this slide. Everything superimposes and quantitatively and qualitatively makes sense. And the point for everybody in this room and watching on YouTube and wherever else you are in the world is that you want to focus here in the early market to leverage social media, get attention, and engineer a new market category. And really, whether you're looking at investors or clinicians, they all fill out this area in the chasm, in the technology adoption curve. So you want to use network effects on social media to attract these people at scale, whether it's investors or early adopters, and figure out where you go from there. Because then when you get to getting to fundraising with a venture capitalist, you can have a slide like this where you say, hey, here's our commercial pipeline. It becomes a lot easier as a PowerPoint company with no revenue to say, hey, this is what the future could look like. And by the way, this slide actually raised $15 million. So if you want to learn more, go ahead and connect with me online. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, or X, formerly known as Twitter, LinkedIn, or just go to growmymedtech.com. So with that being said,